Okay, so now we're starting the third campaign, the Mongol Empire. So this probably mean we'll be meeting with a Genghis Khan, which is one of the emperor, if we can, of the empire, which was like very successful. He managed to at one point he managed to extend his territory from the Pacific to all the way to the Caspian Sea, which is kind of close of the Mediterranean Sea. So it was conquering, like the Mongols managed to conquer everything. Like his territory was so huge back in the days, and yeah, everything fall apart when he died actually. So it is probably the reason why Mongolia now is not as powerful as it used to be, but back in the days it was one of the strongest nation ever. So the Battle of Kalka River, the first mission, we'll see this one. 1223, shock and hay. In 1223, the Mongol army made it and turned the Rus' arrival in the west. They will test their tactics and flex their might against any unsuspecting new enemy, the Rus. Let's go.
From the vast reaches of the Mongolian steppe, an army of over 100,000 men swept aside all resistance, claiming territories that spanned continents. Their leader, Genghis Khan, proclaimed his life's ambition was to unite the world under one empire. Having conquered the East, the Mongols turned their attention to the West, where they would come face to face with some of the greatest armies of medieval Europe. Would Genghis Khan's legendary warriors finally meet their match? By 1221, the Mongols had taken cities throughout Asia, generating vast amounts of tribute from those they conquered. The West, however, was still an untapped resource. Genghis Khan sent his trusted generals, Jebei and Subutai, to attack Europe. With an army of 20,000, Jebei and Subutai took the West by surprise, raiding cities and destroying armies. Within 2 years, they had the prosperous Rus territories in their sights. But in their way was a Rus army of over 40,000 men. Outnumbered, Jebei and Subutai turned and started to head back east. The Rus sensed an easy victory and set off in pursuit of their retreating enemies. For 8 days, the fast-moving Mongols stayed just out of reach. Then, Jebei and Subutai set their trap. They lured the Rus across the Kalka River and turned to fight. The Rus had fallen for one of the Mongols' most effective tactics, the feigned retreat. The stage was set for the Mongol army to test themselves against Europe's finest.
Okay, so many things happen with the Mongols. So obviously the first, I don't know, not so sure where this happens. They say like they conquer the east. So does that mean like we're not going to fight the Chinese? Or like is it already done? I felt like that the battle between the Mongols and the Chinese, the Chinese empire was like it was something back then. The great Mongol tactician General Subutai lured the Rus army to a battle site he had carefully chosen, the banks of the Kalka River. Okay, let's go. So I believe like
The Mongols charged across the European plains, with the fatigued Rus army in close pursuit. The Rus had fallen for the Mongol tactic of the feigned retreat, and unknowingly followed them into peril. The Mongol general sprung his trap on the enemy scouts.
Yeah, I'm winning.
With the Rus scouts cut down, General Subutai crossed the Kalka River. Here, he would stage a full-scale ambush on the vast Rus army.
I don't think it will be that easy. We are in a hard vision, on the hard difficulty, so it probably won't be that easy.
Subutai directed his warriors to split up and lie in wait for the enemy.
And prepare your army to ambush the Rus. Central wood. So that's the archers with I can fire arrows. So I guess. Okay. With this fire a single arrow that increase the movement speed of nearby units, including can for 33 seconds. For 30 seconds, 33%. Not affecting villagers. Fire is a signal that increase the reload speed. Range unit. Fire is a signal that increase the armor of unit. Oh, interesting.
For Subutai's strategy to be effective, he needed to spring his trap before the Rus recovered from their long pursuit.
Use some units to lure the Rus over the river.
He sent his most fearsome Mangadai horse archers to draw the Rus quickly towards the ambush site. These highly skilled warriors could fire their bows rapidly while riding at speed.
Okay. My goodness. That's a lot of spearmen. Oh yeah, I wonder if is there, I believe like during this course of this campaign, I believe we will be fighting the Chinese as well.
The Mongol provocation was effective, and the Rus hastily pursued.
It was a trap, boy. Okay. Why do I have early Lancer again? Oh my goodness, in this group. That's a mistake.
The Rus army had fallen for the feigned retreat and rode straight into the Mongol ambush. With the enemy surrounded, Subutai's battle-ready warriors descended from all sides.
Oh, baby. This is not exactly how I wanted this to be. No, it's alright. It thins a bit my army, but... Okay, you guys need to be there. Like, right now. I'm still running with these guys in the back. Keep running, boys. Eventually you'll get me. Okay. I guess that was successful. I'm not so sure.
The Mongol ambush was devastating, and Rus numbers were reduced to a few desperate stragglers. Seeing the fate of their comrades, the last Rus encircled themselves in a makeshift fort of baggage carts.
Eliminate the Rus in their enclosure. Eliminate. Okay. So this is to increase the reload time of the ranged unit. So that's not usually useful. I think I will go with the speed again. I will rather go with the defense, but... Okay, let's go. Oof. I'll have to do this in the hard way because my goodness. Okay, go. Yeah, okay, not so much satisfied by the fact that I lost a lot of archers on this fight there, but okay. Alright. Yeah, in the hard difficulty, I cannot just go like this. I need to make them to struggle a little bit. Otherwise, it will just not work so well in my favor. Okay. Alright, that was easy.
The Rus stockade fell. Despite a valiant last stand, the remnants of the Rus army were cut down. Spurred on by the crushing victory at the Kalka River, the Mongols advanced ever further into the heartland of the Rus.
I'm not so sure where that, you know, the Chinese 10 on this time. So we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching.